If you're over 60, your blood sugar may be running higher than it should be right now. And here's the frightening part. You might have no idea. High blood sugar in its early stages usually causes no symptoms at all, yet behind the scenes, it can be quietly affecting your body in ways that matter enormously. Today, I want to pull back the curtain on what's really happening, calmly and clearly, because understanding it is the first step to protecting yourself. Most people think you'd obviously know if your blood sugar were too high. But the reality is that the in-between stage, where blood sugar is elevated but not yet in the diabetes range, often whispers rather than shouts, and it's remarkably common in older adults. The encouraging news, which I'll come back to, is that this stage is frequently reversible when it's caught. Here at Build After 50, we went through the research on blood sugar and aging. And today, I'm going to walk you through what high blood sugar quietly does to your body, the 5 areas it affects, and the genuinely hopeful steps you can take. And stay with me until the end, because I'll tell you about the simple test that reveals your blood sugar over time and why every adult over 60 should know their number. Let me give you the picture first. Think of the sugar in your blood, called glucose, as fuel that's meant to be delivered into your cells to power everything you do. The hormone insulin is the key that unlocks the cells to let the fuel in. Now, here's what goes wrong over time. As we age, and especially as we lose muscle and gain belly fat, the body's cells can become less responsive to insulin, so the key doesn't work as well, and sugar starts backing up in the bloodstream. The trouble is, blood that's persistently high in sugar is a bit like syrup running through delicate pipes. Over time, it's hard on the system, especially on the smallest, most delicate blood vessels and nerves. That single idea, sticky blood being tough on small vessels, explains nearly everything we're about to cover. Let's go through it. Real quick, if this is the kind of clear, no-fear information you want more of, tap that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more adults over 60. And as you watch, think about whether you actually know your own blood sugar number. We'll come back to it. All right, let's get into it. The first thing high blood sugar quietly affects is your eyes. We'll call it the delicate windows. The back of your eye is filled with tiny, delicate blood vessels, and persistently high sugar can damage them over time. In the short term, high sugar can even make your vision blurry by causing the lens to swell. In plain terms, sticky blood is hard on the fragile plumbing of your eyes. This is why people with blood sugar issues are urged to get regular eye exams, because changes can be caught and addressed early, often before vision is affected. The second area is your nerves, and this connects to something we've covered. We'll call it the fraying wires. High blood sugar, over time, can damage nerves, most often beginning in the feet and toes, causing numbness, tingling, or burning. In plain terms, the sugar slowly frays the insulation on your nerve wires. This is one of the most common quiet effects, and it's a big reason why anyone with blood sugar concerns should take foot care seriously, since numb feet can hide small injuries. Stay with me, because the third area is one of the most important: your kidneys. We'll call it the overworked filters. Remember those delicate filters in your kidneys? High blood sugar can damage the tiny vessels there too, gradually reducing the kidney's ability to clean your blood, often with no symptoms until it's advanced. In plain terms, sticky blood slowly clogs the filtration plant. This is why high blood sugar is one of the leading causes of kidney trouble, and why a simple urine test for protein is so valuable for catching it early. The fourth area is the big one for the heart and brain, your large blood vessels. We'll call it the accelerated wear. Beyond the small vessels, high blood sugar also speeds up the stiffening and narrowing of your larger arteries, the very process we explored in our arteries video. In plain terms, high sugar pours fuel on the fire of artery aging. This is why elevated blood sugar raises the risk to your heart and your brain, and why managing it protects far more than just your sugar levels. And the fifth area is your everyday vitality. We'll call it the daily toll. When sugar can't get into your cells properly, your cells are effectively starved of fuel, even though there's plenty in the blood, which can leave you tired. High sugar can also make you thirstier, send you to the bathroom more often, slow your healing, and make infections more likely. In plain terms, when the fuel can't reach the cells, the whole body runs poorly. These are often the first vague hints people notice, if they notice anything at all. So let's bring it together. High blood sugar quietly affects the delicate windows of your eyes, the fraying wires of your nerves, the overworked filters of your kidneys, the large arteries feeding your heart and brain, and your daily energy and healing. All of it, often without a single dramatic symptom, which is exactly the danger. Now, here's the test I promised, and the hope that comes with it. Because high blood sugar is so silent, the only reliable way to know is to measure it. A simple blood test, often called the A1C, shows your average blood sugar over the past few months, and a fasting glucose test gives a snapshot. Every adult over 60 should know these numbers, so ask your doctor at your next visit, what is my blood sugar, and should I be tested? And here is the genuinely uplifting part. The in-between stage, often called prediabetes, is frequently reversible. With changes like getting more active, losing a modest amount of weight if needed, eating more fiber and fewer refined sugars and processed foods, and building muscle, which, remember, helps pull sugar out of the blood, many people bring their numbers back down. Your body is far more responsive than you might think, especially when you act early. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, do you know your blood sugar number or when you were last tested? Be honest, no judgment here, because your answer might prompt someone else reading to finally get checked. We read every comment here at Build After 50, and your answers often become our next videos. And before you go, if this helped, the next video you should watch is right here. It explains why you feel tired all the time after 60 and the real causes behind it, which connects to that daily toll we discussed. It's a natural next step. If you're new here, Build After 50 publishes new research-based health videos every week, made specifically for adults over 50 who want to stay strong, sharp, and independent for the long run. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so the next one finds you. And one important thing before we close. Everything we share here at Build After 50 is for educational purposes only. It's grounded in research, but it is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Blood sugar is personal, and only a doctor can test you, interpret your numbers, and guide your care. So before you make any changes to your diet, activity, or any medications, please talk to your doctor. They know your situation better than any video ever could. Here's the thought I'll leave you with. What's silent isn't always harmless, and what's measured can be managed. Knowing your numbers isn't about fear, it's about power. The power to act early and protect the years ahead. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, and we'll see you in the next one. This is Build After 50. Keep building.